Woo! We just started this. Woo! Hey, Andreas. Yeah, I meant to come a little bit ago, like 30 minutes ago, but we're here now. I'm going to be going live like a lot next week. I'm going to be with my friend. Yeah, I'm going to be outside. I'm going to be outdoors. Yeah, we we're going to be on business at Starbucks. I thought that was Mr. Martini saying that. That's cool, man. Next week I'm gonna be Starbucks. That's great, man. I'm great to hear that. Hey, Mr. Martinis. They hired me last Tuesday, Monday. That's nice, man. we just started this live. I guess it's a little colder. Hey. Hello. We just started this live. If anyone has any spiritual questions, let me know. Or about health. This jacket kind of looks like the other jacket I just took off. The only thing you need to know is if you make a conscious effort into doing whatever you want to do, you will do it. Do you like the band Queen? Is this the band that made... I'm not sure. I've heard of the band Queen. I think they're from England. And I've probably listened to them because my stepdad and a lot of people listen to rock and roll. I definitely would know their song if I heard it. But I don't know it off the top of my head, that's for sure. How can you make a lot of money? Well, it's all about doing what you want to do, because whatever you feel called to do is what's going to bring you the most success. But starting a business or something that you can control of, where you get a lot of money, but definitely a business, yeah, gets you a lot of money. Yes, it is somewhat cold at my place. It's not super cold though, but I also leave my window open. I leave my window open for fresh air. Fresh air all the time. I haven't turned the AC on for all of summer. And I don't turn the heater on that much in the winter anyway. I'm going to be next to a fireplace, probably at the next place next week. You can camming in India. Welcome. Well, you know, there's a bunch of ways to make money again. Warning, you're going to be banned from my channel for the rest of your life, so it was nice knowing you. If people don't value your presence, then they shouldn't be in your life, and you shouldn't waste your time with them. I'm glad you like. All right, well, you're just going to keep being banned from my channel. No, I'm not praying for him. I'm praying for everybody. Okay. This is one of the best channels on YouTube. If you wanna talk, then I'm just gonna delete you off my channel forever because I don't really care. It's more so for the other people, though. I don't want other people caught up in nonsense. I don't know what you mean camming in India. Nick? Oh, well, Nick, you're talking about drugs. I am 29. I'm 29. My birthday is next month. Actually, my birthday is in October. Do you think the Holy Spirit and the higher self are the same? Yeah, they're the same. They're the same. Now the Holy Spirit, the only difference would be it's the whole thing and you are just a piece of it. So the Holy Spirit thus is everything and you are a piece of the Holy Spirit. It's kind of like a puzzle, and you have a whole puzzle, but you're saying, oh, is this piece, is it the same as the puzzle? Yes. Yes, it pretty much is. Yeah. I'm praying for everyone. Not only am I praying for everyone, I'm praying for everything, because know and behold, the things around you are very alive. The fire that you see, the water that you see, the food that you eat, the trees, everything's alive. I'm not just praying for people either. A lot of people don't know their whole environment's alive. Animals too. Viral Beast, I'm pretty sure you were in here before. Yeah. A lot of people, you're banned from my channel forever now. The best channel on YouTube. Yeah, a lot of people, quote unquote, look younger because they shave their beard off. When I think, like, I don't really care if an older man shaves off his beard, but my mom had a boyfriend, and when he would shave off his beard, and he was like 40, 50, it just looked like a guppy, basically. He looked like a guppy. It just like kind of didn't look normal to do, if that makes sense. But I wasn't like criticizing him, and I didn't view him any different. Yeah. It's only when you grow a long beard and grow out your hair, like actually grow it out and not listen to what other people say, that you actually start to enjoy it. But there's a reason why I grew out my hair, but I'm not telling anybody. I won't tell anybody till, you know, a bigger time, when there's a lot of people, when I'm more famous. It probably won't be on YouTube Live either, that's for sure. Are you talking about my face? Well, Cat and Jack, that's an interesting name. Yeah, you can communicate with the trees. They're very alive. People don't, just a lot of people don't think they can because they never have. There's a bunch of people that communicate with trees all the time, but you just don't know about it. The trees are communicating with each other. Simultaneously, your environment is all communicating. The trees and the flowers, when they pollinate, because the flowers have sex. It's more so just an energy. But flowers, how do you think they pollinate? They are having sex with each other. Literally, nature is having sex. It's not just animals. The flower pollinates and it reaches other flowers and it's having sex with them. Literally. Yeah, I guess I kind of look like a samurai now. I don't know what you mean about the face, though, Viral Beast. I look like a samurai? Yeah, I guess I do. I look Mongolian. I look like a samurai. If I shave my face, I look Italian. I mean, I can like switch up my looks in a variety of different ways, but I don't ever try for a look, basically. In fact, I'll say this: more people care about how you look than actually how you think you look or care how you look. It's absurd. People will care. You don't even see yourself. You don't really see yourself. Like, yeah, you might see yourself in a reflection in a video, but realistically, 99% of the day, you don't see yourself. So it's kind of like pointless to even judge yourself. They say there's a story, and I think it's from Greece or Rome, that when a man, there was this man, and he never saw his face before. There were no mirrors around, I guess, or he never seen his face. And one day he was looking into a pond or a puddle, and he seen his reflection, and he became obsessed with himself. Do you read the holy book Quran? Do you read the holy book Quran? No, I've never read the Quran. But you can definitely talk. You can talk to anything basically. But you have to have a certain stillness to talk to them. Well, Cat and a Jack. Yeah, narcissist. Yeah, Greek mythology. You're exactly right, Viral Beast. Cat and a Jack, is that true? Yeah, we just were talking about this. Beautiful women, all beautiful women from God, because this is the only way, and I'll explain it so you understand it. All beautiful women are cursed. Let me explain. There's two reasons why, but one, they get obsessed. They get obsessed with themselves. And I'm saying this because this is what I've noticed. This is what I've seen in my life. The beautiful women are always the ones who are upset. It's like God. It's like God. It's like a woman wants to be super beautiful, like super, like the most beautifulest. And it makes sense. God will let you, before you come and get a body, he'll be like, I'll let you have that body. You get that body, you forget where you came from, you become obsessed with your body. Women are always obsessed with their body, the most beautiful ones. So it's a curse. Oh yeah, they're so beautiful, but 9 out of 10, they usually live a disaster of a life. On the inside, they're very miserable. They don't go look for God. They don't do stuff that they even like to do. So it's a curse, actually. Nothing wrong with being beautiful. They obsessed over it. Like literally. Yeah, Andreas. Yeah, your mind's Greek. Yeah. You don't know that story? Yeah. The Allegory of the Cave by Plato. Yeah, I definitely like read about that before and seen it numerous times. That seems to be like, it means so many things. It's kind of like crazy, all the things that it means. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, we could talk about that. Good morning. How are you, Barb? Barb wire. I'm pretty good. I'm just hungry, real hungry. Yeah, I have a lot of blessings coming my way. Well, I had this joke that no, it was just funny that you said that, Richard, because I've had this joke the last like well, maybe it's just the last like day. It was kind of for like a stand up if I was do a stand up, but I don't really do that. It's like there's a lot of things I want to do, but I don't do them because my time is all dedicated, and same with the rest of my life. It's all dedicated for spirituality and teaching the world about God, giving them techniques. But no, I was talking about, since you said something, did you ever see a guy, and it's because I seen a guy the other day. Did you ever see a guy that looks like a woman? But did you ever see a woman that looks like a guy? No, that's funny. Laughing eases up the body, and it's like one of the best things you can do. As long as you're not trying to intentionally hurt somebody, because a lot of people sometimes think jokes and they try to intentionally hurt somebody but don't realize it at the same time. Yeah. Yeah, Viral Beast, are you like you're subscribed to my channel, right? But I completely agree with you, what you said right there. Yeah, you're exactly right. I just never looked into that really, and I've heard it about so long ago, like 9, 10 years ago. Do you think humans were genetically modified? No, that's kind of like all of a scam to some degree. Well, hold on. We talked about this. Dennis Brooks, you were in here before. The aliens don't come from outer space, and they're not aliens. They're just humans with advanced technology. They're also sometimes they're called a bunch of names. That's why everything's so confusing. They want you to be confused about them. The Anunnaki, they live underground, and I'm not hiding any secrets. I have proof. I have proof they live underground. I actually have there's a whole channel that does research about this, and they're well aware of it. But they have advanced technology. I'm not saying that there's not aliens out there in different dimensions and outside of our Earth, but our Earth has a firmament, and some people can probably penetrate, and you can definitely go into different dimensions, not physically in the astral world, but there's definitely other beings. They're just not here, and they're not really allowed to be here. It's just not suitable for them. Yeah, so it's all just a myth and the mess with you. A lot of people, the whole world likes to mess with you. Yeah, I did see a guy that looked like a woman and a woman like a man. Well, here's the thing, Barb. When I was like in school, like in in grade school, in high school, what I noticed, because I wouldn't like pay attention to every little thing. I know some people like to pay attention to every little thing. I'm more like laid back. I would notice that women, they always talk to the guys that looked like girls all the time. I always noticed it. And I thought that was kind of weird in a way. But I was also really young. I noticed it a long time ago. You are an alien. Yeah, I mean, technically, since we came from God, we feel the reason why we always feel like we're not at home is because this is a shadow. This isn't our real reality, but it's made to look and feel very real. It's meant to confuse you. It's meant to give you illusions. That's the game, the musical. But yeah, if you ever feel like, oh, this isn't my home, you could have had a home on a different planet in your past lives. But also, your true home is with God. So that's why this is never going to feel like the real thing. No, but the thing is like, the best feeling and the only true feeling, God vibrates at a certain level, and that vibration is happening through you right now. The only way we can feel this is if we take our attention from thinking to feeling. When we feel, we can't process it because we are not thinking. This is beyond logical. This is beyond intelligent. This is beyond IQ. Our thinking is the only shield from us feeling God. Everything has to have some type of essence, and it's not a thought. Thoughts mean very little. It's everything has a feeling. And I'm not talking about like feeling this, because there's a feeling inside of you that's vibrating. That is God. And it vibrates the whole world in its form and takes different forms. That's why anything's possible. Yeah. We are here to remember Cat and Jack. That's exactly right. We basically, every time we die and then get a new body, we go through amnesia. That's just how it is. Is this a fire and brimstone God you talk of? I'm not so sure what you're talking about, Barb. Cat and Jack is your dog. All right. If everything has to have, we'll just say humans and animals, babies too, plants, there's something in them that makes them alive. In our body is only meant to see certain things. That's why we can't see Wi-Fi. That's why we can't see the internet. And we can't see other signals. If we were dead, which really we're alive when we die, that's just a scare. When we die, we will see the signals. We will see the signals. We get to see all of that. We get to see all the energies when we die. But then, yeah. See you later, Andreas. Hey, man, prayers to you. Good luck on that new job. We're about 30 minutes into here. Well, that's the thing, Viral Beast. That was my main point of my live yesterday, which I'll be posting my lives, but they probably won't come out for a couple weeks. Everything you see and hear, and I'm not just saying, the more someone talks, the more somebody tries to explain something, like I'm telling you from my experience, I like things that work and that are super simple. People want to get into science, they want to write papers about something, they want to write papers about space. It's nonsense. You eat food, you don't question what's in the food. This food sustains you. It doesn't matter the vitamins that are in the food. It doesn't even matter necessarily what the food does. It does, but not for most people because they're not even there yet. So like when you go eat a fish, the Native Americans, the people who live off the land, they're not like, oh, I need to get vitamin 6, 12. I need to get vitamin D. I need to go get vitamin E. I need to get these minerals. I need to get these vitamins. No, they just eat fish. So literally, I'm telling you this for your own sake. Even gurus, the stories, and any religious texts, it's not that they don't have no use. It's too confusing. Everything you see and hear that it sounds like someone's getting like real intellectual or deeper into something, it doesn't matter. For most people, majority, it's just confusing them. Like if you ever hear a study in rats, all of that's bullshit. We don't need to do any study on rats. There's no reason to. Especially all of the studies they're doing. There might be like even if there was a problem, let's just say like, there's too many deer. There's too many deer. Well, then we don't need to like go write a whole paper and study about it. No, it will naturally know what to do. We'll kill the deer. Something else will be messed up. Everything's in balance. It just gets out of balance basically because of us. Hey, how are you? I'm not sure how to say your name, but I'm not going deeper into that though. I'm not sure how to say your name. Ishan. So, do I believe in hell? I answered this. Well, someone talked about this, I think, yesterday. Yes, I do believe in hell. There's two answers for that, I guess. Anybody who has excessive thinking or that's stuck in the mind, that is hell. You will only see how much of a hell that is until your thinking stops, which most people are not going to go there, unfortunately, because there are many reasons. But once your thinking stops, you understand how ridiculous it is to think all the time. It's pointless. Your mind's like working overtime for nothing. It's like working overtime at your job, but you're not getting paid and it's not doing nothing at all. It's just wasting your energy and time. Something like that. Hell, most people don't want to tell you this, but hell is the human body. Any body is hell because it's a cage. It's a cage. the gurus, Jesus, I'm not sure all the words he said, that the biblical texts don't want to say this because it's a hard truth. Your body is hell because you're trapped. But you also have a chance of escaping for eternity. Yeah. Ishan. Where are you from, Ishan? How to be positive throughout the day. That's a good question. I was just naturally happy, laughed a lot, and very positive throughout most of my life. There are many ways to do that. That's kind of like an individual question. So like, for instance, somebody who's like really fat, you know, for them, they might need physical exercise for a while to like balance them out. It's not one size fits for everybody. Their positivity could be because they're not moving enough. Moving, even though I understand it's actually kind of hard to move, moving is like the best thing you can do spiritually, and our bodies are meant to move like all the time. So being positive throughout the day, you could obviously flip whatever negative thing you could let go. There's certain meditation and kriyas, which kriyas are energy work, that they actually work. Changing the food you eat. And once you start having more positive stuff, and if your body's healthy, which most people, 75% of the world has a healthy body, even if it's messed up in other ways. Most people have health, like their health is good. Their health is good physically. So being positive, all it takes is just a couple days of reiterating positivity. Let's say, for instance, though, I don't know if you ever heard of David Goggins or somebody that runs like ultra marathons. They can get so exhausted that their thoughts and their body will give them negative feedback. So like that could be a reason they're overexhausting themselves. Most importantly, when you follow the heart, which is a feeling inside, if you follow the heart, that's your destiny. Your destiny is right inside of you. It is written in the stars, but it's also written right inside of you. When you follow that, everything in your life will happen accordingly. One of the best ways to be positive for sure is definitely being around an enlightened person or other people that are positive. There's only a few enlightened people though, so that can be hard to come by. You live in Dubai, wow. How to escape? Well, everyone here is basically trying to escape. They are. It's the end goal. That's why gurus and Jesus, India, all the religions, that's why they're so popular, is because the way to escape would be getting our mind on a God level. Because what goes with us when we die is our mind. So the only way we can truly know God is when our mind stops thinking. When our mind stops thinking, we feel more. The more we feel, God is a feeling. This is why people say, "Oh, God's not real," because they can only think about it. Even if some people think God's real just by the thought and the thinking, and there's obviously people who think he's not real or whatever, but it's because they're thinking and they haven't experienced it yet. It's not in a thought. It will never be, and it never was. Not to say you can't believe in God or not, but when you feel it and your thinking stops, you'll know it's God. You won't be thinking about it, you'll feel it. You'll know. It's not that hard. It's not that hard, but at the same time it kind of is for most people. Yeah, and that would be enlightenment. And so we clear this up. Nirvana by the Buddhist, even the band. Nirvana, enlightenment in India and America. Salvation. There's so many words, but all these words mean the same thing, which is basically stop thinking. When you stop thinking, you won't be thinking about what's going on. And so, like, you'll just be there. And so you don't think about it till after. Like, oh, what happened there? What was that? What was that feeling? What was that feeling? I wasn't thinking nothing. But you try to go back and see what you were thinking. The mind is just, this is what I've been saying. The mind is just a math problem. A math problem is not good, but it's not bad. Your mind, your thinking, it likes to create a problem, the math problem. And since it creates the problem in its own neutrality, in the way its own substance, it likes to solve its own problem. So do you see? And then it goes in a cycle. And then most people think like, oh, thinking, it's my life. It's my life. The best thing would be not to pay attention to any thoughts. Just watch the thought, and then it will die. People come addicted to that cycle. They don't know any better, which, yeah, it's a shame, but it's a shame that they're stuck in it, because that is hell. That literally is hell. You're not a sinner. You're not a sinner. Whether you sinned or not doesn't mean you're bad. That they want you to think. They want you to think there's some truth behind it, but they're twisting the truth. They're all the evil people that are sinners like to twist the truth because they're sinners. And they don't want to take responsibility, so they project it on you. Don't think of yourself as a sinner. Yeah, innocent child of God. God loves God. People think God's like some man. God more so acts like the most innocent, childish little kid that you could ever think of. That's why we love babies, because babies still have that pureness in them. Yeah, you're exactly right, Cat and Jack. Yeah. It's coming, Ishan. I appreciate you. I appreciate that, Ishan. Yeah, viral beast. Yeah, yeah, you're definitely right about that. I was at the bottom. I mean, I was about to die for a long time. That's basically how I got more into spirituality. I mean, I was dead, so I gave up everything. A lot of people, when they die, it happens very fast, and they hold on to a regret, or they've had them. It's the same thing. But I was dying for such a long time that I gave up everything. So in sequence, yes, people are going to suffer. You have to suffer, basically. But the good thing is, as soon as you suffer and as soon as you recognize, the thing is, people don't recognize their suffering. That's the problem. Doing drugs aren't bad. Sinning isn't bad. Sex isn't bad. It's just your thought about it is what really makes it bad. And how do you feel? If you're having tons of sex and you feel really bad inside, then that's obviously hindering you. But you have to recognize, it's the recognition. Yeah, but you are right. People have to like suffer to the maximum, basically, so you break free. We're about 50 minutes in here. I'll probably go a little longer. And I want to touch upon the suffering one more time. I was talking about the devil the other day. The devil's not really a bad guy. First of all, the devil will never trap everybody, because it wouldn't. The devil likes to have fun. We know this. The devil likes to laugh too. The devil actually he loves music too. So he puts pressure on you. We can call this suffering. We can call this society. So you go do something. He likes to give people a chance. Because if he controlled everything, it would just be like a lazy king. It would just be like, he would be so bored about life. There would be no life. So that's why we always see the movies. That's why we always see the evil people. They don't kill you right away. They don't control everybody. That's a message in itself. The devil basically wants to pressure you, because else you wouldn't make a change that you need to make. Really, your life just takes one big change. Then you never have to make any other changes, and the rest of your life is easy. But it's that big one people never even get to. Can love happen twice? I know it's random. That's not random. Everybody wants love. Can love happen twice? Yes, love can happen multiple times. To find somebody that you're truly in love with, though, it is very rare. It's super rare. Most people don't even know what they have when they have true love, anyway. Yeah. But you can find multiple true loves, like with a significant other, multiple times throughout your life. But that's not the end goal, unfortunately. And love is awesome, for sure. There's no question about it. I do think everybody should have, like, a partner. But most people's problems start with internally. If you are on the right path in your life, following your heart or God's will, God will grant you love. Not only His love and have a successful and awesome life, He will bring a significant other or others into your life. You can't even think about it, I'm telling you. Because I've had so many blessings lately, it's unfathomable. It will be beyond what you can even think. Do you think we have free will, or some things in our life we can't decide? We talked about this basically yesterday or 2 days ago. So everything, yes, is going to happen, but not necessarily for the best of your endearment, or, sorry, I can't think of the word. Not for the best for you. So if you're at a fork in a road and it's telling you to go left, your intuition saying, hey, go this way. But you in your mind, this would be your free will, I guess. Your mind saying, oh, just go right. But you're feeling inside of you, you'll feel it. Everyone's felt it before. You're feeling saying go this way, but you're like, I'm going to go this way. That would be your free will. In a way, you deny yourself, your higher self, God, and your intuition. In result, from denying it, you're going to maybe delay this path, and you're also probably going to run into turmoil, negative things that mess up your life, things you don't want, basically. So when we follow God, and when we're actually in tune with ourselves and that feeling, it's telling us all the answers directly. So we don't really have free will at that point. So it's it's really weird how it is. When you follow your mind, you have free will, but when you follow God, it's like you don't really have free will. He's telling you what to do, or you're telling yourself what to do. Yeah, that's pretty true, Kat and Jack. The main goal would be to find yourself, Ishan. That's the purpose of any spiritual religion. That should be the first thing, the first page. would be to find the inner feeling that's why you don't die, because that inner feeling goes with you to the next life, because it's the part of you. Praying is just something you naturally do when you're super happy. So finding that feeling inside of us, literally just closing, you could close your eyes. You could do it while your eyes are open. It's better when you're not doing anything, because then you're not sidetracked. And you have to make that your main goal. Also, giving love to the world. Even if you can't find yourself, giving love and showing love is the best deed you can ever do. The feeling inside of you that I'm talking about, there's not a word for it. It's just a feeling. But since we have to transcribe it, people call it love. They call it bliss. Some call it blessed. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, we can be present and listen the best we can, but there's techniques. There's techniques to quiet your mind. There's a bunch of things that can quiet your mind, but you have to make it your number one goal. I don't have to make it my goal, because I've already had it. I've already experienced it. So it wouldn't make sense to me make something that I already have. That's why that's not my destiny. Most people's destinies are to break free of their thinking. But I'll answer like one more question, because we're about like an hour into this. Next year, I plan on, it may happen sooner, I want to teach spirituality all around the U.S. and eventually in the different countries. That's what I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life. Thanks everyone for being here. Really good topics. This was probably I just started going live like 6 days ago. I've never went live before. Never thought about it. Well, I didn't want to go live. I just didn't want to. But I really like it. And it's really fun. Yeah. There are many aspects to putting your hands together. That's for sure, Cat and Jack. I will say this. I actually meant to say something about something else, but earlier. I forget what the topic was though. But when we talk less, when we sit in silence and just sit, we can also be in nature. Since we talk less, we will have less thoughts. Being alone, being, in the wilderness will naturally bring us less thoughts too. Hence, that's why everybody has a lot of thoughts, because the fast life, the collective of what's propelling this fast life, that's going into everybody. And so it doesn't really affect like an enlightened person. Like, it doesn't really affect their pace of thinking. But for a person that's uncontrolled, and just, it's a vicious thoughts. When you think something, we are telepathic human beings. When you think something, it just doesn't go in your mind. It goes out to the whole world. Which is kind of funny. What were you saying? Yeah, but when we go in nature, and when we're alone, when we're with positive people, or at an ashram, maybe a church, if we listen to people who are actually enlightened, and so that makes our mind slow down. Even if we stop talking for days on end, you'll naturally feel better and calmer. Yeah, thank you, Kat and Jack. Thank you, everyone. I'll see everyone later.